The land biomes in Valheim come up with a lot of resources and ores like silver, copper and tin. But the ocean biome has its resources as well, and one of them is chitin that you can use to craft the Abyssal Harpoon and the Razor. Chitin can be found on leviathans that appear like living islands in the ocean. On their back they have barnacles that contain chitin, which can be mined with a pickaxe just like stone and ore. Leviathans can be found everywhere in the ocean's biome, no matter if it is in the middle of the sea or close to a shoreline. I mostly found mine when sailing along a shoreline, but still far away enough to be in the ocean's biome. Once you found one of the living islands, you can simply jump on it and start mining. The creature is not hostile, so it won't attack you in any way or deal damage to you. The only thing you have to be aware of is when the leviathan starts howling. The first howl is a warning. After the second howl, the creature will submerge into the ocean again. The warnings will only be triggered once you've fully destroyed a barnacle, and there's a 10% chance for each barnacle to trigger the retreat. So if you are lucky, you can mine all barnacles of a leviathan. If you are not, you can only mine 2 or 3. After the first howl, you have about 20 seconds before the second howl gets triggered and the living island starts to sink. The best strategy to mine all barnacles is to hit all of them with your pickaxe until they are on low health, but not destroying them completely. The barnacles have 40 HP, so depending on your pickaxe, you only need 1 or 2 hits to deal enough damage. The best way is to keep an eye on the hit markers. Once all of them are damaged, you can destroy them with only 1 hit. So even if the leviathan starts howling after the first destroyed barnacle, you still have enough time to destroy all barnacles and collect the chitin. Just be sure to keep an eye on your stamina bar so you can jump back on your boat once the island starts sinking, or swim if you can't make it before the creature is completely submerged. If you manage to mine all of the barnacles, you will receive between 50 and 80 pieces of chitin. To craft the harpoon, you need 30 chitin, 8 fine wood and 3 leather scraps. The harpoon can't be upgraded, so you don't have to mine any more chitin if you only want to craft this. Its use is similar to the special attack of the spear. You throw a projectile, and if it hits the target, it will be leashed to you until you release it by switching weapons or attacking with the harpoon again, or until the leash breaks. You can now relocate creatures in Valheim and pull them closer to you or drag them around. It's pretty helpful, for example, if you want to tame boars and drag them to the enclosure, or drag sea serpents to land to get access to their scales, as they usually sink to the ground when the serpent is killed out in the ocean. The harpoon doesn't deal much damage, so most of the creatures will survive getting harpooned. If you play on a server with PvP enabled, you can also harpoon other players and test the laws of physics in Valheim. The second weapon you can craft with chitin is the Abyssal Razor. It is a short knife that can be crafted with fine wood, a leather scrap and 20 chitin at any level 2 workbench. To upgrade it to its maximum level, you need another 60 chitin. The razor is a good weapon for players that love to sneak and make kills in stealth combat, as it has a pretty high backstab damage. If you don't use these mechanics, it might not be worth crafting it. And that's it for today. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumb up and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned. Until then, thanks for watching, I am the Catwoman and you are awesome.